It's been a busy year for New Orleans in the world of law. We'll have a look at some of the most important moments this year. And joining us to review the last year is Fox 8 legal analyst Joe Rispani. Man, talk about a busy year. So many very interesting cases. We'll start with one of them being the Jason Williams carjacking case.
Right. We're going to do these in no particular order, but Jason Williams and his mother got carjacked. And many people say that that was the Holy Spirit landing on Jason in a most unidentifiable form, a young man with a gun. But I saw Jason last week. He seems to be in good spirits, and I don't know whether or not that modifies or modulates his point of view, but it was a big story when it happened. Yeah,
it really was for the city's top prosecutor to be carjacked. I think that is real telling for the kind of state of the crime we're seeing in the state right now.
The next one we have is, I believe we're doing, we said
Linda Fricky?
Linda Fricky trial. Linda Fricky, I mean, that could possibly be the biggest, certainly the biggest case that went to trial so far. It was for people that go to trial in these types of cases like we do. It was an amazing thing in that they got it done in calendar year 2023 by a mandate of the Supreme Court, which I thought was maybe not such a good idea because it sets up an appellate issue, but they got it done and they tried the case in one day.
Wow.
Because this is pretty much what we call a slam dunk case with the video, and that one's done and over with, we hope.
Yeah, something a lot of people were talking about this year. Roe v. Wade was big this year too.
It was big in that Jeff Landry, who is going to be our governor, is still the Attorney General, and if you recall, there was a lot of pushing and shoving about what he was going to do regarding Louisiana's handling of abortion and what they were going to do with the enforcement by district attorneys of the laws. So I don't know if that's going to percolate again up next year. It could very well.
So something to watch there. Mayor LaToya Cantrell also making headlines this year.
Well, that's been behind the scenes, under the radar. I do not know whether or not she has gotten a target letter. She has not said so. But there, of course, just the rumor mill has been rampant about that type of a thing because we do know certain subpoenas have been issued. And that one could very well percolate up to be the biggest story of 2024 if, in fact, the U.S. Attorney's Office is going to indict the mayor of the city of New Orleans. It ain't the first time that's happened. So, but we'll see what happens.
Could be an interesting 2024 following this case. The juvenile justice system, we've been reporting a lot on what's going on there.
Well, that's more of a in globo type thing. And, anybody who tunes in knows that that's kind of a pet peeve with me, is I think that is where we need to focus our attention. And it appears with certain legislation that may come up, Pat Connick, certain housing money, if you got to have the political and will to build the housing for these young people, and the judges have to have certain accountabilities for us to see who's letting people out and who is being let out, and are they sticking guns back in people's faces again. I think that's going to be an important thing.
So let's talk about some of the things that you're looking forward to watching, keeping an eye on as we get into the next year.
Well, I think that, like we had said, I'm backtracking a little bit, but LaToya Cantrell, if she gets indicted, that's going to be a big deal. I think also this criminal justice system with the juveniles is going to be a big deal. If they do change legislation, we're going to be able to see what's going on behind the lead veil that has covered them up for all these years. So we'll see. Believe me. And there will be something that we didn't even think about that'll probably be the most important story of 2024.
All right, so keeping us on our toes. Joe Rispani, anything else?
No, ma'am. I'll see you next Tuesday.
All right, see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Let's get over to meteorology.